This video is sponsored by the fact that I write D&D books. My publishers run their online Ghostfire gaming shop where you can get all the stuff I've worked on in the past, and eventually in the future. The best stuff on there by far is the Seeker's Guide to Twisted Taverns, Stibble's Codex of Companions, and Sunken Isles. If you like grimdark settings, try out Grim Hollow. If you like magic meteors, try Dungeons of Drakkenheim. If you like XP to level 3, that's not really surprising, he's doing incredibly well right now. All the projects are on sale and will be for just a little while longer, all of which are great additions to your brain and your shelf. It'd be awesome if you're able to support the team as they keep developing future projects, and cross your fingers for more Stibbles next year. Thanks again, Ghostfire, love you. Welcome to a video about Ettercaps, an incredible monstrosity that always gets overlooked for two reasons. They look exactly like a creature that took 2 minutes to make in Spore, and I've never seen a spider whose chest looked like testicular torsion. And the second reason, nobody speaks Scottish, not even the Scottish. I'll admit I used to get them mixed up with redcaps, and now I get them confused with Ettins all the time. So for just a minute, let's try and pretend that they look like this, or this, or this. I'll pick my favorite visual from them, here, because balls are funny. Ettercaps are humanoid spiders who make their homes in dark, dank areas like forests, caves, weed dispensaries, and overgrown ruins. At first, they just kind of seem like weird guys that grow spiders for fun, but they're honestly a really unique threat to the areas that they set up in. To better understand their behavior, let's look at how their presence affects the environment. An Ettercap first arrives in, let's say, a forest, with a Noah's Ark of spider species. Once they've picked a comfy spot, they start to set up camp. I'm gonna guess they use this goiter as like a silk pouch and vomit webs all over the place. Then, through the power of careful mating, they get one batch of 200 to 3,000 spiders every time there's a spider dance. Yeah, these things make a lot of these things. Their grip on the forest eventually begins to choke its life out as there's spinning webs everywhere, and including but definitely not limited to giant spiders and centipedes, which for me are enough to not go there, because already this is a nightmare encounter, and although they're challenge rating 2, they act as a shepherd and a pet trainer for everything in their domain. They're like insect ringleaders at a circus, and they know how to build a stage. As if that weren't bad enough, two more things happen. Their presence is a wave of plagues like the Prince of Egypt or the dude with the slab. Once the nest is growing quite nicely, they run around as master craftsmen, setting up both clever and crude traps all over the forest. Being able to create an adhesive fiber continuously is really scary because they basically have some of Spider-Man's powers. Using this, they'll create pit traps, hanging tree traps, tripwires, egg traps, those spring things that show up everywhere, all either hidden or reinforced with webs. And then, their presence becomes so unnatural that it reaches into the unseelie feywild and creates a dimensional crossing. I just noticed the connection at this point in writing the video. That's cool. This part's cute though, because it means little fairies and pixies and adorable little Shrek creatures can enter the forest and...
They're eating her! And then they're going to eat me! Oh my god!
Yeah, Ettercaps think that fairies and sprites are just delicious. It's kind of funny that, although they aren't incredibly strong, their behavior creates a whole biome that is inherently dangerous. After an Ettercap has been around for a while, anyone walking on a nearby main road might end up paralyzed and carried away within seconds, leaving behind abandoned merchant carts and even unfinished adventures, forming a sort of hanging graveyard with valuables lost inside cocoons. This is where adventurers like your party come into play. Either shipments go unmade, kids go missing, or a timid fey creature like a dryad approaches the party begging for help. Attempting to enter an Ettercap's home leads the party first into the outskirts, where swarms of spiders turn their attention from bugs to you. Because you're not just lunch, but you're a threat to their dad. Yeah, the guy the video's about. If you like some tasty flavoring here, there's a lot of unique spiders with really unique bites. More than just poisoning your party, you can have effects include vomiting, paralysis, madness, and actually it doesn't matter because in a D&D party, a baby taking a nap can cure this stuff. I wish D&D had tinier things that were scary. After all that, we get to the big bugs and all the traps, which would be a very fun arena to set up, so I'll go ahead and do that. Bam. Here's my little fun land of traps, centipedes, webs, spiders, some more traps over there. All this because mutant Danny DeVito likes breeding spiders. But let's say that you manage to beat everything and use a lot of fire. Actually, fire would be great for this whole thing. So if you're a dungeon master, you need to give Ettercaps like some hostages, or flammable magic items, like maybe some old wizard died here and his spellbook is stuck in a crunch wrap. But anyway, you beat them and you're here against the Ettercap. This pudgy Spider-Man can detect everyone using web vibrations from the whole domain. They can also obviously climb around all weird looking, spit webs, and they have really weak poison bites. It's actually super weak. I would assume that they avoid confrontation directly, waiting for their little zoo of spiders to paralyze someone or a trap to do them in. But there is an awesome power that only a rare variant of Ettercaps possesses. They can choke you out like Agent 47. They have a Garrett. That's basically Ettercaps. Goodbye. Go on. Get out of here.